Nationals is now crossed off. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, it's just, you know, it's just kind of hopefully the turning point of, you know, just consistency of my career and just the hard work that we put in as a team. I know we made it, you know, a point to come here the last few years and have been close to 410 Nationals, you know, the last 2 years where I really have, the effort has, you know, seen on my end of just that the ability that I think I have, what it takes to win the Nationals. So I told Ricky at the beginning of this year I'd like to run this race, and I know it's an important one for him, and now one that he can knock off his list of accomplishments.
Rico, lap 22, you got passed by Kyle, had to restart, and then you came back to get him. What did you do different from the initial 22 where you got passed and then to get him back on the restart?
Yeah, so my car just kept getting a little bit tighter and tighter as, you know, we got those restarts, and I knew that I wanted to cover the bottom lane just to, you know, block his run if he was taking off with me. I didn't know really how he was taking off, but, you know, and I got tight that one corner and allowed him to get wound up, you know, to get ahead of me, and then the final restart there, you know, I just took off kind of with him, and the lane opened up, and I just shot across. So I just really tried to keep the 360s up on the pipe. I think that's the biggest thing about racing them is they're so momentum-based, you know, and I just really tried to hit my marks. But my car on the bottom was just getting really, really snug, and I knew 3 and 4 that was the lane I needed to be in, and 1 and 2 I was kind of uncertain and knew he was up top, so I just wanted to try to be in the lanes he was in.
Kyle, seemed like you struggled on those restarts. You had one really good one that you got the lead. The other two looked like you kind of spun a little bit or just didn't hit it right.
I wish I could spin. No, it was just stumbling really bad. We had it, you know, bad the other night, and then yeah, they worked on it a lot, you know, yesterday, and tried to get it better. Just I don't know, didn't hit on it, but I think that's, you know, when it's not like your engine and you don't have time to take it to the chassis dyno and stuff like that. It just makes it, you know, tougher where you're just kind of plugging it in and hoping that it runs exactly how you need. And at speed, you know, that engine rips. Just, yeah, taking off was a struggle. So, yeah, just, he was able to honestly just take off before he did on that one restart, and I was like to his outside, and then, you know, it was stumbling, and then he took off, and, you know, I was close enough to be able to be there when he, you know, missed the grip there a little bit in 2, and then got outside of him, and, you know, ran a decent 3 and 4, and yeah, I was just hoping that it would stay green from then on because I knew I'd be in trouble with a caution.
Parker, how's it feel to be on the podium? You've kind of had a hit and miss schedule, and here you are, third for 360 Nationals with Bernie's car. So tell us about how that feels.
Yeah, it's a huge confidence booster. You know, I haven't raced as much this year. You know, last year was on the high limit tour and, you know, was racing a ton. So, you know, just being consistent in the seat was huge. But this year I've kind of have focused on our family business a little bit more and have raced just kind of pick and choose. So we haven't ran as much, and that kind of shows because we just haven't been as consistent this year. But so coming in this week, we were a little nervous on how we were going to do, but obviously a huge confidence booster racing or running second or third behind you know, these two guys. It's basically a win, but it sucks being this close. But you know, there's always next year, and like I said, just a huge confidence booster for next week.
Rico, if you can, walk me through that last restart. Did you know under the yellow before you went back to green, did you know that you were going to have enough to get back by Kyle?
Yeah, for the most part. I think the biggest thing was just, you know, making sure that the pace was set high, and, you know, and it's just that when you get racing with Kyle, you know, it's just such an aggressive, you have to level up. I mean, it's just such a faster pace, and I think it's really raised the bar in our industry of where the pace is set for sprint car racing, and you know, it's hard to be at that caliber and not make mistakes. You know, and you see that when he gets around guys, and it's easy for them to make mistakes because you have to push outside of your comfort zone. And I just try to put myself in those positions consistently, so when I race against them, it's you know, it comes hopefully natural.
The previous couple of restarts, you were in the lead. But then this one, the last one there, you were in second. What would you kind of have to make an adjustment there to make sure you were able to make the pass?
Yeah, I mean, I just I tried to just take off with him, and then the restart before that, I got super tight in this entry of 1 and allowed him to get to my right rear. You know, I had to slow the pace down so much to not miss the grip, just with how fine the moisture was into 1 and 2, and I just knew that, you know, it was just so difficult to get it wound up down there, and I was just trying to hit my marks, you know, and overdrove the corner a little bit and got snug. But other than that, I felt like the balance of my car was fine, and you know, I felt like my engine took off quite a bit better than his, and it allowed me to push him a little bit down the front stretch and then dive bomb the corner.
Rico, you have 5 wins, I believe, here this year. Got to feel good going into nationals. Are you still learning this track, though? Has it been that much different in all 5 of those wins?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it changes every time we come here, but I think a lot of that success is due to the crew chief on my race car, Ricky Warner. Just his ability to dissect my car very quickly, get me up to speed on where I need to be on the racetrack, and then you know, just stay calm through it all. He just has a package here that's consistently worked years after years, and I knew if I could get him to come work on my car, it would put me in a real serious position to win this race. And you know, it's a massive goal of mine to be in this position, and you know, I just try to continue to work hard at it.
For all 3 of you, how much can you carry over from tonight to next week?
For me, it'll be nice to have a little more horsepower.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's always bits that you can take from it. You know, just getting laps here is good, but I don't get involved in setups. I don't even know, you know, what's involved with that. I know the engine's a lot heavier and whatnot, so tires are different. So I can't imagine there's a ton you can take from it, but I'm sure they take a little bit as well.
I mean, yeah, the confidence-wise, it's huge going into tomorrow, but it's a whole different engine, and the speed will be way different. So tomorrow in hot laps, we'll just, you know, be getting used to the speed difference. But the setup will be a little bit different for us. But you kind of have a direction that you want to go in. And tonight we know we want to be way tighter, so we'll take that into tomorrow and keep that in the back of our head. But yeah, just having consistent laps here and good laps here is huge for the week.
Kyle, you haven't run this event much, if at all, and you've won nationals the last 2 years. Is there anything you can take away from this? Was it just about getting laps and just, I don't know, kind of easing into the next week here?
I mean, there was no real reason to run it. I mean, I'm racing at Iowa Speedway this weekend, and you know, typically we'd go to Peebly, but logistically it was nice to stay here this weekend. So yeah, I mean, if NASCAR was racing somewhere else, we probably would have been at Peebly tonight, but yeah, I was glad. And too, I mean, even if Thursday didn't go good, we were going to go to Peebly. So, you know, we just like to race and get laps when we can.
That is all the time we have for tonight. Guys, congratulations. Rico, congratulations. Thanks, everybody, for coming out.